I don't know who needs to hear this. All my white people, gather around, present yourselves immediately. I need all non-melanin, I need all white people, check into this post right now. Because y'all continue to show y'all are the most vile, disgusting creatures that's ever inhabited this planet. Read what's above me right now. Let me just read it for you. 8 people, 8 white people, not non-melanin Neanderthal people charged in a SEX ring underground bunker for paying adults to grape their children and their animals, ages 3 to 16. All white people, you love getting on my comments and saying all these things about us. I want to hear your opinions today. Watch this. Watch this. I mean, how do y'all, my non-melanin people, this is why they're so okay with Trump and what he's doing. They're all doing it. This is why they do not care about their own people. Like, these are children and animals that y'all so-called love and protect. This is exactly why Trump gets to do what he gets to do, and these people will sit here and just scratch each other's backs because they're all doing this. Even the women. What kind of sick, twisted, sends her child and her dog to get raped by other people? These are the people who are telling you that Carmelo Anthony deserved what he went through. These are the people who defend Austin Metcalf and his dad and his racist comments. These same people, no justice, not these people right here. And these are the same people who are voting for President Trump, and they're okay with the Epstein files because of what's going on right here. White people, please comment below. Explain to me why y'all, just explain yourselves. Spread the word. Get this out here. These people are vile. Vile, your children and your animals.
Jim Crow, white people. Slavery, white people. Jim Crow, white people. Lynchings, white people. Trail of Tears, white people. Wounded Knee, white people. Asian internment camps, white people. The vast majority of gun violence, white people. You see a trend? January 6th, white people. Ahmaud Arbery, 3 white guys. George Floyd, white guys. The felon in the White House, a white man. You see a trend? But somehow, the white man has convinced stupid, uneducated, trailer park trash, 3-teeth inbreds, white supremacists, Triple K members, that the brown people picking your almonds and your walnuts and your lettuce and your avocados, somehow they're the fucking problem. They're not. We are.
I get on here every week and talk about how white men are the most statistically dangerous people to exist in the United States, and once again, we have somebody proving that to be correct. We don't know the name of this piece of shit yet, but he executed 3 people in Idaho yesterday with a high-power rifle, and I'm going to bet that it was racially motivated. Not only do white men commit the most mass shootings, but they also commit the most violent with weapon crimes. They commit the most family annihilations, the most domestic violence, the most sexual violence against children, the most human trafficking, larceny, drunk driving, drug manufacturing, drug trafficking, insider trading, tax evasion, fraud. I can continue if you would prefer me to, but imagine being offended by statistics, being offended by patterns, being offended by history, making you feel so small that in some way you're going to defend this guy just because you're a white man. If the United States didn't operate on the hypocrisy in which we do, we would be sending white male American citizens somewhere else. We would stop allowing white men to come into the United States because statistically, again, they're going to commit more heinous crimes against women and children than anyone else. We should start deporting white men to concentration camps, to countries that they don't belong to areas that they don't speak that language. Because if we really wanted to get a hold of crime here in the United States, imprisoning white men would be the move. Crime would go down dramatically, and statistically speaking, This country and probably the world would be a better place if we treated white male criminals the same way that we treated any other criminal.
This is Daniel 4:17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And you compare that with Job 9:24. Now, when I say every accusation is an admission of guilt, that's got to be the title. Every accusation is an admission of guilt. Okay, they love to throw out their pseudoscience and their statistics that they make up, because literally that's what E does. You cannot argue with these people because they do not live in reality. They live in a la-la land delusion. So when you try to bring up points to them from a standpoint of actual facts, right, they are the deaf adder that stop at the ear. But let's let their tongue fall upon themselves, right? I mean, she looks to be an E, but you never know, right? Because it's not color. No matter what these devils try to tell you, it is not about a color. Okay, so let's let her say her piece. We'll grab scripture as necessary. This is not meant to be very long. This is just, basically a testimony in the court, right? In the courtroom, we just highlighting some facts here.
Let's talk about how dangerous white people really are, because these are the statistics for 2020's reporting. I'm going to be rounding up just to make things easier. So in total, we had 7 million people who committed crimes, 5 million of which were white, 2 million of which were black or African American, 200,000.
I'm sorry, I had to pause it. 7 million, and out of those 7 million, almost 5, that's 4,729,300, right? So out of 7 million, 5 million. And look at that 144 on black and African.
1,000 identify as American Indian or Native Alaskan, 100,000 identified as Asian, and 21,000 identify as Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. This is the number that we're focusing on. I also want to point out too, this is the under 18 arrest, and there's a huge trend following the same patterns. Remember, the white section is always going to be the first column. Statistically, we are the most murderous, rapist, robbers that exist in the United States.
The world. Okay.
We commit the most crimes against children, driving under the influence, liquor laws, drunkenness, disorderly conduct, vagrants. We commit the most aggravated assaults, burglary, larceny, theft, motor vehicle, and when it comes to arson, we outpace people when it comes to both violent and property crimes. We commit the most forging and counterfeiting, fraud, embezzlement, stolen property, vandalism, and weapons possession.
Right, and they love to come out with that 13%, but 1350, right? Every accusation is an admission of guilt. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made E bare, I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and he is neighbor, and he is not. All right, the veil is being lit. Everybody sees him for who he is. Every hammer that in your head. Every accusation is an admission of guilt throughout history up until right now, this very moment that I am speaking to you. All right.
For some people, this information is relatively available if you go to the FBI's website. These are the reportings for 2020. Then you have to start the conversation about the industrial prison complex here in the United States. And again, it's only a conversation that can be had with people who understand the basic facts at first. Because the facts are, white people commit more crimes than anybody else in this country, yet we see lower incarceration of white people across the board.
All right, and that is also a testament to when Cain, right, in the scriptures tell you he would be marked, and he complained, all right, after he did dirt. Do dirt, then bitch. That is a telltale sign. Do dirt and then bitch. But everybody gonna slay me. So the Lord had to put a provision, right? That's why he's not in trouble as other men. For now. For now. Right, all of that's about to change. This is Isaiah 34 and 5. And I just did a video on Isaiah 34, right? Straight to the point. Verse 5. I'm going to read the KJV. Yeah, we'll keep it in the KJV. All right. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. I mean, hey. Matter of fact, let's throw John 8 and 44 in there. We obviously, he is talking to other Israelites, but it is, dang it, 8 and 44. Bear with me a second. Apparently I can't walk and chew gum. He's talking to other Israelites. Yahushua is, but who is he comparing them to? Right, the very devil himself. Straight to the point, and that will be, we can close it there. That will be the video. All right. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right? Obviously, you got Jacob have I loved, ye have I hated, right? Romans 9 and 13. Or one vessel was fitted for destruction, right? And when you talk about the hammer of the earth, these are hammerable crimes. Everything she went over and broke it down by category, and they led in all the categories. So we'll end it with the title of the video. Every accusation is an admission of guilt. Shalom.